Yeah, welcome to another grip training session, guys. And today I want to do one of my favorite exercises for grip strength and especially for building stronger forearms, right? And as you can see behind me, it's the wrist roller or the crank twist, as I call it. And we're gonna do it for volume today, so for bodybuilding purposes. I really want to pump them up. I want them to get big, because the bigger the muscles are, the easier it is to close harder grippers, right? And forearms especially are really a muscle group that is neglected oftentimes because you're using it all the time, whether you are doing bicep curls, whether you are doing tricep extensions, whether you are doing leg pull downs, for example, or pull-ups or anything else, right? So forearms are always at play, but they are oftentimes not really isolated. And you can do that with grippers, as I'm doing, of course. But I also want to do it this way to speed up the process in my grip progression, okay? So today we're going to do it for volume, not as heavy as you've seen me do it the last couple of times. I think my max was 20 kilos for one repetition. So one way this way, one way the other way. And today we're just going to do it with 5 kilos, but we're going to do it for a lot of sets for volume. We really want to pump them up and to get them big, okay? So let's see how many reps I can do. And it's always important that you always do it in both directions, guys, okay? Very important that you do it in both directions. And by the grip session of yesterday, I can already tell that my forearms are not fully recovered, but okay. I have all the strength I need to do it, and I'm gonna do it anyways, right? So let's see how many sets I can do. That's now 1 repetition per side. Let's see if I can do a second one. So it would be nice if I could do like 2 reps per set. Oh, it's getting heavy. That way. Okay. So let's try to keep up with 2 repetitions per set on each side or in each direction. You can already feel it after 1 set. It's crazy. But that's why I love it so much. For everyone who's interested in grip sports, this is absolutely a necessary tool. We will find everybody from old school to new school guys all using this tool. And it's also good for boxers, again, because in boxing we need strong forearms, as I said, to deliver the full punching power. And the more muscular your forearms are, the harder your punch. So this is maybe the most natural forearm exercise you can do as a boxer, besides hitting the stone pad, okay? But it's not the only one. I will also use, but I will do a video on that later on or in a while, where I can show you how to use easier hand grippers for your daily boxing training, okay? And the pronunciation is on easier hand grippers, okay? But this is something you should always do as a boxer, because it really inflates all your forearms, and that's what you need. You need strong forearms, because you always punch through the goal. You just touch somebody's face. No, you punch through it, and therefore you need strong forearms to deliver the power you want to have. Okay? And people always say, well, speed is power in boxing, and that is true, but to cite Deontay Wilder, he said, okay, speed is power, but when you have power on top of speed, that's even more damaging, right? And that's true. So why not work on your punching speed, but also on your punching power? By the way, you can't do this and do gripper training on the same day, but it should be obvious. So now one more in the other direction. So the second set is already ripping my forearms apart. So doing this variation standing, like I'm doing it right now, is sort of the easiest version to do it. Why? Because you can always find out a way to bring your whole body weight into this exercise. Whereas when you're putting it over a bar and you keep your arms simply straight on the bar and leave everything hanging, you only have your grip strength and your wrist strength to, your forearm strength basically, to pull it up, okay? So this is of course the easiest version, but nevertheless, I mean, I feel it as I say, and why not start with the easier version? I mean, the benefits are there. Whether you do the more difficult version or the easier version, you will automatically feel the benefits. So every grip sports athlete, every power lifter and every boxer should do this. The reason why having strong forearms is so important is obvious, because if you say, okay, speed is power because of the acceleration of your punches, okay, then you obviously don't need to punch as speedy, as fast to deliver the same impact, because you already have more force to begin with. So work on both. Work on speed with the speed bag, for example, and work on speed with the heavy bag, but also work on your force, okay? Your brute force. So that's the third set right now. As I said, I'm using the 5 kg because I'm doing volume now and not for max strength, but it will make you stronger obviously because your forearms will grow. So that's 1-1. Here we go again. And the second rep is, so the second rep in each set is come on, let's finish the third set. So these were 3 sets. I hope I can do 2 more. I thought I would be able to do 10 sets, but I don't think so. But it's okay, because you always have to keep in mind, grip training should be at least 10 minutes long, better 15 minutes, and not more than 20 minutes. So if we make it to a 20+ minutes video, that should be fine. Wow. It's really like, it's blowing up. It's really like it's blowing up. It's also like needles hitting you in your muscles and on your skin, but it's also like it's really blowing up. Yeah. I wish there was something like a wrist roller simply for one hand. I don't know, maybe there is. If you know that there is a wrist roller for one hand, please let me know in the comment section, because I really want to get my left hand up to par with my right hand. It's getting closer, but it's still not there yet in terms of strength and also size. So a single-handed wrist roller, if there is something like that, would be perfect for me. But okay, we don't have it, so we have to deal with what we have. And never mind if you need more time from set to set, because it's absolutely natural. Okay, so here we go again. Let's finish the set, man. Fuck. That's too bad. That's too bad. Now, last repetition for this set. And by the way, I was talking about, so in the last videos, I have to say, I was talking about different grippers of different brands. And why, if you have the money, that's the first condition, if you have the money for it, why it's good for you to buy hardcore grippers from different brands. And I would say, for me personally, 5 hardcore gripper brands I would recommend. Also because I heard people talking about certain specs of different gripper brands, and people who are more experienced than me in grip sports. So I will make a video very soon where I present to you those 5 brands and why you should, if you have the money, okay? If you have the money, why you should buy different grippers from different brands to speed up your process in closing grippers, okay? But that's just a hint for another video. Also, my grip colleague, East Frisian Grip Garage, told me that he doesn't like my method with the band or with the paper around the handle because it shortens the way. It shortens the range of motion, and he says it's not good for your central nervous system. So I have to accept it because he's more experienced than me. Although I think it was a pretty good attempt to get closer to the 0.5, but I will try to do what he said. I will try for the first time in my life really try to set it, to do a parallel set, and from there on try to close the last centimeter or centimeter and a half. And if I can't do it, I will try to do choked wraps. So yeah, I have to go to the construction store and have to buy some equipment. And yeah, I will show you all the different training methods. I told you already that I don't like doing parallel sets because it's quite hard for you to set the gripper if you have smaller hands. And as I want to continue very rapidly and move on and move up very rapidly, I don't want to waste my time on trying to figure out how to set a gripper for me, for example, right? Especially if it's my goal gripper that I want to close and I have already problems closing it without setting it, so to speak. Why should I waste my energy and my strength in one of my hands to set it, right? But he said that's the way to do it. He's more experienced than me, so I have to try it for a couple of times. I have to do my best. Thank you again for your advice. And I will show you all different things and give you my personal statement then on what I think is good for people with bigger hands or people with smaller hands like me, okay? So there are different grip things coming up, and also something for boxers, for example this video, but also another video where I will show you how you can use easy grippers in your daily boxing routine and why that might help you more than using dumbbells actually, okay? But that's something for another video. So I had to rest a little bit longer obviously, and I think that's my last set because everything's hurting, honestly. So there's no way I can do 4 or 5 more. And I don't want to, I do not really, so literally want to tear my forearms apart. So that's the last set, guys. But you see, I'm sweating, I'm tired, my forearms are all blown up. Of course you can do something for a cool down with lighter dumbbells if you want. But honestly, I just want to go into the bathtub, take a bath, relax on my bed and have a nice rest of my day. Okay, so I'm trying to get some force out of my legs. But that's how you have to kill yourself, guys, if you really want to make progresses. Don't forget to rest, but do your job when you're working out. Okay, see you then.